know that I already talked about this as well, but more details have surfaced on the digital event that FISE is going to be holding this year. We now know that there's going to be park, street, and flatland contest in this, and that there's going to be a pro women and men's class, as well as amateur men and women's classes in all of them. And then we know the dates that everything's going to be happening and how it's actually going to work. And I actually think this is really, really cool. So the dates are different for all of these and they're kind of staggered a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit complicated to explain, but I'm going to explain it for any of you who might actually want to enter this. So for BMX Park, you have July 27th through August 4th to get your video up on the website. For street, you have August 13th through August 21st to get your video on the website. Then for Flatland, you have August 17th through August 25th to get your video on the website. Where this differs is that for each one, you have a little bit more time for the voting to happen. Those are the cutoffs for the actual posting of the videos, but you have more time for the voting. So for Park, you had to submit by August 4th, but you have until August 9th for people to vote on your video, as well as the judges to judge it. For Street, you had to submit by August 21st, well, you have till August 26th for the voting and judging to go on. And with this, the voting and judging actually is 50% fan vote and 50% judges. So people and judges have an equal say in this for an equal amount of time. It's kind of cool the way that's working. Then for Flatland, you had to have it submitted by August 25th. The voting and judging goes on till August 30th. And then after that is where things kind of get crazy, because after that, it's battles. Basically, the top 4 to 8 videos are chosen then, and then they get paired up against each other, and then 100% fan votes decides who moves on from there. So the videos go against each other in a bracket style, which is determined already, and then people vote on which video they think is better, and those videos continue to move on. And the timing for this is the same between BMX Park and Street. It starts September 7th and ends September 20th to find out who wins. And all throughout this, in both Park and Street, there's additional awards for the best trick and the best line. It doesn't say how these are determined, but that is in there as well. And the interesting thing about Flatland is something that I have to talk about with the whole contest first, in that if you make it into the finals with your first video, you're supposed to make another video and submit that for the finals. So the format for this is a 60-second long video where you have just Park or just Street, and it's going to be judged based on similar things that they judge the actual contest on, but you can pretty much do anything you want with the video, and it is going to be an overall judging based on the filming, the editing, and all of that stuff put together. But then when we get to the Flatland side, this is where it's a little bit different. So when you make your qualification videos with Flatland, there's no rules that say you can't cut or anything like that in the video, and these ones are a little bit longer. For pro men, it's 120 seconds. For the pro and amateur women, as well as the amateur men, the video should be 90 seconds long. And now that I've got all of that tedious stuff out of the way, this is what I think is interesting here. For the finals in all categories of Flatland, the video becomes longer, and it has to be what they call a live run. So there's no cuts whatsoever. It doesn't have to actually be live, but you can't cut in this video. And if you do, they say in there that you have to provide proof with the raw video that it actually happened all in one link or one run. It goes from 90 seconds for the pro and amateur women and amateur men to 120 seconds. And then for the pro men, it goes from 120 seconds to 180 second live run. Very interesting here. And this whole entire contest is just super interesting. I know there's a lot of tedious rules to this, but they're really simple rules. They're just things that everyone needs to follow in order to do something like this. And I just think it's awesome, especially considering the fact that they're keeping the exact same prize purses that they would have had for the live event for this digital event. So someone who wins pro men is going to get the same purse that they would have gotten if they actually competed in the contest in person and won it, but it's opened up to everyone everywhere. Doesn't matter who you are, you can enter this contest digitally as long as you make the video and follow the rules. And I think that's amazing. And the only thing that I'm kind of bummed about with this, and I feel like this is something that's come up in the past, is that the women's purse is exactly half of the men's purse. Doesn't matter if it's amateur or pro, it's cut in half. And then when it comes to Flatland, the women's purse is exactly 1/3 of the men's purse. I don't know if there's some kind of reasoning for that or what, but at face value, it kind of looks like it sucks. But there's a few more things that I do need to talk about with this contest that I kind of forgot and glanced over. They're going to be doing some kind of fundraising for this where you're going to be able to donate money to the prize purse. So basically, the prize purse right now is $47,130.30 US. But with this donations thing, all of the money that goes into the donations is going to go straight into the prize purse. So if like 30,000 people donate $1 and it's $30,000 on top of this, it will be $77,000 going into the prize purse, and that will go directly into what people win in these contests. And I will say that I really hope that with that, with this, the first thing that they do is even out the men and women's prize purse and then put equal amounts of money on top of them. Hopefully that happens, because it's kind of a bummer that the men and women's aren't equal. And then the other thing about this, there's so many details to this contest, and that's why I'm talking about it again, is that it has to do with the UCI. The same judges who would have judged this contest if it were in person are the judges that are going to be judging the video that accounts for 50% of what moves people on into the finals. So the same judges that judge the live contest and then the people's vote come together to decide whose videos make it into the finals. And I just think that's really, really awesome. So with that, I hope I talked about all of this in a way that isn't confusing and that you understand everything that's going on. And I'm really curious, do you guys care about this? Do you think it's cool? Let me know in the comments down below. And then